Hello, hello, and welcome, my Capricorn friends, to your November 2015 reading. And I just wanted to say today is that super full moon in Taurus, an Earth sign friend of yours also. So I'm just feeling really positive about the last two readings for the Taurus and Virgo for the month of November 2015. So I hope that you, the Cardinal um, Earth sign, is going to flourish with the abundance that seems to be coming for November 2015. For many of us, truly all the zodiac signs have had some kind of successes here, abundance, divine authority, intervention kind of thing, that they want the best of us, no doubt. So, let's see what your reading has to say, my Capricorn friends. And you're a cardinal sign, so you start out the winter months. You're an earth sign, so and your symbol is that mountain goat with a sea tail kind of thing. And your keywords: ambitious, conscientious, prudent, and reliable. Yes, and also patient. And patience been another theme of many of the zodiac signs too. So let's keep that in our conscious thoughts. Um, but looking forward to your reading, and you're ruled by Saturn, and your trump card is the Devil, number 15. So we know that that is sort of, that card also is in the middle of the tarot deck for the Major Arcana. So it's like a balancing card, and of course that's what I talk about, the balance. The balance between the darkness and the light. So let's see what comes out for your reading. Okay, I just smudged our table, so we're ready to go. And I'll pull the 6 cards. Okay, let me pull 6 cards for you. So let's get comfortable. But honestly, another major theme for all of us is working with our intuition. Again, working, balancing ourselves, our worries, with our relying more on intuition to receive the guidance of that divine authority, that higher realm, whatever you want to call it. Okay, but we're thinking more. If you're watching readings like this or videos like mine, it's about spirituality. I've said it once or 100 times on my channel in the 4 years I've been on here, that I don't follow religion. Yes, I was raised Catholic, but I don't follow religions now. I follow the good of all traditions, and I divinate through cards. They're my tools to increase my intuition, but mainly I work and rely on my gut feelings and my intuition via the messages from the divine. Okay? All right, so why don't we get comfy? And I like to take my deep breaths before I pull cards, so, take your deep breaths too. You hold it for 7, 8, 9 seconds, and then exhale slowly. And, kind of keep your thoughts in positive light. We just had the reading that said about focus on joy, okay, not on negative thoughts. And abundance definitely came through for the Virgos, and to focus on joy for the Tauruses, because we can make ourselves go nuts so thinking about negative things, and that's not going to build us up and make us healthy. And another major theme is health and healing. Health and healing is also a very prudent mission for ours in November and towards the end of the year, and for always. You can always work on your health and healing. And once you are in a vitality full of way, you can, heal others also. You truly can. Okay? So, and getting outdoors, getting outdoors. And these are themes that we've, not only me, but many readers speak of for a long time. So we just got to start doing it now and not making, you know, excuses why we can't get outdoors for a half-hour walk or even sit by a tree and think thoughts with the higher realm. Okay, well, I have 6 cards. Oh, and we're working with Archangel Raphael too. And oh, I apologize, I didn't open up with what kind of cards I'm using. But for the Earth realms, all of you, and in case like Virgo's in your sun sign and now Capricorn's in your moon sign. But if you are working in the Earth realm positioning with your astrology chart, I'm working with the Zero Marchetti Gateway of the Divine Tarot. The High Priestess came out, and this is the High Priestess came out for the Taurus reading, and their full moon is today. So I thought that was pretty awesome that that the High Priestess came out for the Taurus today, super full moon here. And I also wanted to work with the Llewellyn deck because the I just did the super full moon reading in Taurus yesterday, and the Emperor Lord came through, and he's the Emperor here, and she's the Empress, and that Venus opened in Libra. The new moon in Libra was just 2 weeks ago. Venus is their ruling planet, and also Taurus is ruling planet. So you see that, and Venus is the trump card is the Empress. So I brought this deck out to bring out the love between the Empress and the Emperor, and Venus and the god Mars there. Okay, so why don't we now see what this reading has to hold? And then I also, because I brought out that deck, the Llewellyn Tarot, which is sort of like a trilogy to uh, the King Arthur days, and Celtic wisdom like that. So I wanted to bring out the wisdom of Avalon, and this is also the High Priestess here in the front of this deck. So I wanted to drop these earth readings for this energy of this full moon in Taurus, which is all about the loving side and sensualness, and just another wonderful read. And if you get a moment to watch this super full moon I did yesterday, it also leads into contact of our ancestors on coming this Saturday with the Halloween, the Sabbath Eve of Samhain. So um, it's time to work with them too. Okay. All right, my dears. Well, let's see what the reading unfolds for the Capricorn friends. And we have the Hangman. And I have to say that the Hangman has come through already. I apologize now. This is the 9th video, so I can't recall what side it came through. But and I'm paying attention to when the same card is coming up twice. So I dig that, okay? But this is also about the Hangman is when we self-sacrifice for some things that we want to attain, um, and we don't self-sabotage ourselves in trying to get it, okay? And that's why we want to, take, and this is Major Arcana, this is number 12, okay? So we want to make sure that it's self-sacrifice and that you're receptive to what's going on. And as an earth sign, you all also enjoy the feminine receptive. Okay, that's what kind of rules you guys, the earth sign, and you're also the coins, the resources, the values you carry, money, abundance factors, things like that. Pentacles is the sign in the traditional tarot, but you work with the feminine. So it's important that you embrace your emotions, okay? So no self deceptions and, delusions. We want to really, imagination is the key. Imagination, okay? And imagination I think intuition, you know, imagination is born from intuition. Let's say it like that, okay? Because it's like you can think it, but it's like your mind, your intuitive sense know, yeah, this is what we have to create, okay? So don't, and it take your time, okay? It's taking your time too. And you can see, I think these are some coins he's got here. You know, so he's holding some coins there. So very interesting. But yes, now this card has come up twice in 9 readings. So it's like the universe, to me, I take it as like that double whammy kind of thing I like to do. And that's just saying pay attention. And you can see the image has a full moon right there. So if any of you are still, you know, not battling, because it's not really battling yourselves, it's more like making that final commitment, making the commitment to what you truly want to do, okay, without that wishy-washy stuff. All right, you go for it. You're going to go for it. You're not going to be wishy-washy anymore. Okay, now we have the 4 cups coming through, and this card has come in another deck out. I'm trying to think, what was the deck? I can't recall, but it just came through for the Virgos. And this is also a positive card, um, in the respect that this is about like love on the table, okay? It really is. And in some respects, it can lead to marriage because you've got that stability. You've got those 4 cards, but you can see that the 3 of cups down here usually talks about celebrations, okay? It's a celebratory moments in an emotional way. But you see in this image, there's that grail, that, you know, the ace there, the 1 cup, the holy grail kind of feel, that's what we're going to attain. But it's still the 4, and 4 is that stability. Because I remember saying in the other reading, you know, it's like the 4, the square, how the pyramids all sit in 4 corners there. And they've been around thousands of years. So this is a positive card in many ways, definitely. Definitely it could mean also marriage too. Yes, it can. You know, and like you have a satisfaction, a love. I mean, you have a quality marriage, or the marriage to come will be quality. It's like you already are involved in something that satisfies you in love. Okay, and so that's positive. Okay. Oh, how wonderful! Look what you all got, the Empress card. Yes, well, you know, I always have to say when the Empress comes through, Venus is in the house. And yes, she is. Yes, she is today. Oh my goodness, how wonderful. And Taurus, today is your super full moon, and Venus rules you. So how positive for the Capricorns that they receive the Empress. Yes, and she is about the love, the creativity, fertility, you know, harmony and balance, beauty. Did I say creativity? She's charmed with creativity. Oh goodness, it's wonderful. You know, as a reader, as a divinator, I want to harness the energies, and when things like this happen, and just like when the priestess came through, and now Rhiannon here, the Empress, and Rhiannon was a very powerful woman back. And see, Rhiannon, you can read about this goddess too. Definitely, definitely. Wonderful. So Venus in La Casa for the Capricorn friends in this full moon in Taurus. Wonderful. So Venus is with us. Oh my goodness. Look. Oh boy. Capricorn. You see, I get crazy sometimes. Look at this. Now you've got the Hangman again from 2 different decks. And I know this one came through already. So now we've had, for the reading for November 2015, we've had 3 hangmen come out. So really, and this Major Arcana card, the Hangman is ruled by Neptune. Okay, so it's all about self-sacrifice. You just have to give up, you know, being wishy-washy. You're just going to sacrifice yourself to do what you know is the best for you. And you have to really develop your mysticism. Because I shared in the other reading that when this card came out from this deck, this deck is named, yeah, the Gateway to the Divine Tarot. It's Odin who scribed the runes. He had to sacrifice himself, and he hung from a tree, and that's how he scribed the runes, hanging from a tree. Okay, and like it reads, his mythology that, you know, he couldn't eat or anything. I mean, he sacrificed his being to scribe the knowledge of the runes. So it's sort of like, I mean, it won't have to be as difficult as what Odin went through, but that's kind of the same uh, philosophy behind this card, that you just can't be wishy-washy. If you want your true abundance to come, you know, there's no free ride. You got to work for it, okay? But you get what you give. So if you work with the divine, like Odin, work with the higher realms to scribe those runes, because he was kind of, you know, scribe the runes. So this is what he did, all right? But so now this is three times it's come up for the Capricorn now, okay? So, you know, use that imagination, and no doubt, you know, deception. Okay, don't deceive yourselves. All right, just don't, no self-deception, because we know with your trump card sometimes you can have that in you. You know, the devil's always in the details, always in the details, and always trying to say, nah, you can't do that. No, do this. Yes, they do. Well, very impressive that the Hangman has come out three times. So this is for all of us in the month of November. You know, take your baby steps. Even if it's baby steps, you keep going. You keep going. You don't just say, no, I can't do this. Yes, you can. And really, the universe wants it for us. Look, Venus is right here saying, I will help you. And she's been here, she's here since the new moon. She in Libra, Venus, and now Venus for Taurus, full moon. That's when working with Luna, that's very powerful stuff. And now we have the Empress coming through. It's fabulous. And look, there's love here, okay? Position of love, romance, and marriage. So just know that she means beauty for us, beauty, okay? This is a stable card. So even if, you know, these are major arcana, so we can't deny this Hangman, okay? He's major arcana. So we have to give respect. But it's not to say that that's to self-sabotage yourselves, okay? And if you can see this Hangman, he's not hanging upside down. Like, this is really the first Hangman card I've ever seen that the person was not hanging upside down, okay? But it just goes to show whether you're hanging upright or upside down, you keep going because they want it for you. They want this, you know, this love factor in your life. They surely do. With an abundance of flow. Yes, I mean, if you know, watching, you know, these kind of zodiac sign readings, I'm sure that you all work with the you know, how do I say, other readers, so that they can give you their interpretation, but it all should come together because we are who we are, and we just have to realize that love is here for us. That's what this, you know, earth and higher realm, the beloved ones, are all about. Oh boy, talking about the Grail, here we go. The Grail Knight is with us. Romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. Okay, well, isn't this wild here? So we were just, I kind of highlighted this as like the Grail right there. That's in sight, because this card is about that love position. And maybe there is a marriage you're considering, okay? And obviously romance is here too. And just don't go into the illusion, seeking the sacred. And exactly what Odin did, hanging upside down, was scribe the sacred runes, okay? The Viking Norse runes, sacred, sacred, sacred. So we'll have to read about the Grail Knight. Oh, and I like that number 6, that harmony number. Nice. Number 6, Major Arcana, the lovers. Okay, well, we'll have to, you know, the Grail is definitely powerful. The Grail. Oh boy, and look how powerful is this one. You've got the dragons here. Oh boy, nice. Power, strength. Look at that. 24, 2 plus 4 is 6. Total harmony here. A total harmony reading for Capricorn for November. Well, let's read about this Grail Knight and this dragon, because they got something to say, because they're working with these cards right here. And I think we need to make sure that that the Capricorn people stay in balance, okay? Well, all of us have to stay in balance. Many of us still have our minds flying high, no doubt about it. But when we start working with the divine, we gotta have to melt to their music, okay? Because if anything, you know, the divine loves to to see you dance and listen to music, like music is its laughter. So you want to, give them that music love that's in your heart so they can hear it. The Grail Knight, romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. Romance and the seeking of that which is sacred, such are the missions of the Grail Knight. Sorry, I'm trying to read it. He represents the coming together of all elements to form perfect life through a union of heaven and earth. Or he signifies a romantic union of lover with lover. In the beginning of all relationships, there's a time when everything is perfect. One seeks out the discovery of love in the treasures of another, all the while holding up a mirror in which beauty and perception are reflected. There's both truth and illusion. When the Grail Knight appears, he lets you know that your own beauty, perfection, and innermost desires may be reflected in the mirror that is held up by the love of another. Indeed, love is in the air. Perhaps it's also time for you to fall in love with yourself. That's a positive approach. First, you love you first, and then the laws of attraction will bring you by divine authority that lover that you've been seeking for. If you don't, you run the risk of attracting. Okay, let's read this again. Indeed, love is in the air. Perhaps it's also time for you to fall in love with yourself. If you don't, you run the risk of attracting the same affirmation from the outside world. Love attracts love. Be love, and you shall find love. Okay, so like the laws of attraction right there. A gentle warning. Light cannot exist without shadow, so don't be fooled by the illusion of perfection. Be willing to see the shadow and ask for honesty. Then you can never be disappointed. This is a fortunate omen. The fortunate omen. Well, very good. And Capricorn, we're just sharing, especially that your trump card is the devil. You have to practice. You have to be aware of your shadow side, okay? And always know that you can balance the light. And we always say that, white light, bright light all around me and within me protects me both day and night. White light, bright light all around me and within me, I banish all bane, okay? And it's that simple. And you can even, do that in the shower too and talk to yourself about it. If you got thoughts that are not, flowing with love, then put yourself in that shower and say that white light, bright light thing, because it's really how we heal ourselves. Just simple mantras, simple statements that we take to heart from our gut and soul, and we send it out to the universe. Okay, and then the universe protects us. That's how that works. And we know the dragons protect us. Yes, they do. Love them. The dragon comes to offer you its power and strength to protect and fortify you on this leg of your journey. The dragon symbolizes true power and reminds you that this infinite source is not found within your personality or ego. True power resides deep within your soul. There you go. That's the white light, bright light. That's your soul power, your soul light. Okay? White light, bright light within me and all around me. That's your soul speaking right there. So call on the dragon's spiritual power and strength, and you will find a vast resource to strengthen your resolve through morality, integrity, and purpose. If you're struggling with these issues, the dragon will restore them to you. Remember that the power of the spiritual world can never be broken, and true strength is found within, not in the outside world. Never mistake a gentle man for a weak one. Watch for a signal. The dragon always makes the next step clear, and it gives you the power to take it. I gotta love it. And that's kind of cool that that word came out. Watch for a signal. Because in yesterday's full moon reading, signals came through loud and clear that we need to be paying attention to the signals, and especially if we're invoking our ancestors this weekend, we want to watch for signals, sense if you smell something that reminds you of someone that passed, a song, anything like that. you got to watch for the signals, okay? Let me pull Archangel Raphael and see how he wants to close this reading. But for the Capricorns, really, it's about balancing your shadow side and your light side. And we all have to work on that. No, we're not just talking to the Capricorns here. That's for all of us. But because the Capricorns do have the number, the devil card there, we got to make sure that you most definitely balance your dark shadow side. Okay, this card has come out twice now to alternative medicine. Okay, the increased energy earlier that I showed came out twice, and now this one. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to the ideal healing treatment modality and for giving me clear signs and messages to validate the best path for my well-being. How sweet is that? Yes, and that's what it is, people. We just gotta, think positive, and we can heal ourselves. I believe that too. And health and healing, huge thing that's upon us for our future, not just in the next month or next quarter. Health and healing is forever. But then once we're in good health and healing ourselves within, we can help others to heal. And that's a win-win. And healing, when you work in a spiritual way, health and healing works through the divine also, okay? But of course you have to eat right. You have to deep breathe and get outside, have a little aerobic activity, whatever that is, walking, biking, and for you avid exercises, running, jogging, or, whatever it is. But we need to do this. And we've only talked about this for a long time. But I think we're all finally going to get it. I think 2016 is going to flash, flash lightning from your eyes, and you're going to get it. You're going to look at yourselves in the mirror in a different way because you've been thinking in a different way. So love yourselves, okay? Love yourselves. Alternative medicine. This situation calls for alternative treatment outside of conventional medicine. This treatment may be in conjunction with the traditional care you're receiving at this time. This card asks you to research different methods and options for healing. Archangel Raphael will guide your research, and you'll intuitively know the right direction in which to go. And possible specific meanings. The current treatment protocol isn't effective and is possibly counterproductive. Seek a second opinion or alternative physician. Learn to practice alternative healing methods for yourself and others. Do some research about alternatives to your present healing path. Again, the prayer, my dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to the ideal healing treatment modality and for giving me clear signs and messages to validate the best path for my well-being. Okay, so there we go. And you can see the rainbow. See how he's healing with the rainbow colors there. It's all the chakras. He's shocking chakras. He's shocking your chakras right there. And that's what we need to do. We need to work on our chakras. But it's all about breathing techniques and taking that hour a day to turn the chatter off, okay? But look at all this power you have, okay? So once you get going here with what your thought process, what you're scrying like Odin did, no, it's going to come to fruition, okay? This is coming to fruition because the creative God is here. Venus herself, the Empress of love and compassion, wants it for you, wants it. I'm going to put that strong and clear. She's here for you all, and she has arrived to say, that's what I do. So, talk to me. That's what we do. That's what we do. And romance is here. Potential love, okay? And the Grail Knight, that's what he's all about, searching for it with the Holy Grail. And then you have power behind you. So especially my Capricorn friends, when, you sometimes go into that dark side, just bring out that fire, spirit. The dragons are all about the fire, okay? That comes from spirit, all right? And then work with Archangel Raphael, drink plenty of water, get some exercises, try to avoid all those pharmaceutical drugs if you can, if you're on any of those, go for more, I don't know, natural medicine, you know, eating the right foods. It's all about detoxing also. That was another message that came through. But how wonderful for the Capricorns. Again, another nice read. I'm glad to see it. That everyone has really, and what has been so cool too, not only positive cards in the respect, you can do it, but we're harnessing the energies too. You know, the priestess comes out for Taurus, their own full moon right now today. Here's the Venus, and what Virgo just happened, something too. That's what I'm saying. I'm doing these videos back to back. It kind of gets kind of loose in my head a little bit, but I know it feels good. Intuitively, it feels fabulous. Okay, my dear Capricorn friends, you have a wonderful November 2015. Okay, and start working with the divine. They want you to. They truly do. Peace and love and joy. Ciao.